What's up, squad? Back with another video. As y'all see for this video, and the reason why this video is dropped so late is because I had to buy I had to get the YouTube Premium. I've been liking and I didn't end up getting it the other day, so I had to get it and I forgot. I was actually about to do this video and then I forgot, so I had to grab it right quick. But without further ado, definitely ready to get in this reaction. Make sure y'all email me LifeWithRecklezz@yahoo.com, DM me on Instagram LifeWithRecklezz for more videos for me to check out. Let's get in the video, y'all.
One of the top pollsters in the nation is already giving Trump a huge win. In fact, he says as things stand, you can stick a fork in these primaries. They are effectively over. We're going to see the latest amazing news coming Trump's way. And we're going to also see the impact these court cases and gag orders are having on the election. Let's just say it's not what the Democrats were hoping for. You're not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. It is I, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. The McLaughlin Polling Group, one of the most respected polling firms out there, is already giving number 45 a huge win. According to the latest polling, Trump is, he's opened up his largest lead yet over the dwindling pack of wannabes in the GOP. Nearly 60% of Republican primary voters are voting Trump. That represents a 47% lead over his nearest rivals, Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, who are both tied at 8%, single-digit midgets. That's
wow.
Trump's competition at this point. They're both consistently polling at 8. He is at 55. We have never seen primary dominance like this. And by the way, just so you know, if everyone else drops out and consolidates behind either DeSantis or Haley against Trump, Trump's lead only grows. He actually leads his single opponent by over 50 points. So McLaughlin's arguing this primary is over before it even started. Trump is going to win every single primary state
like. They got 8%.
Total blowout. This thing is done. Put a fork in it. And McLaughlin isn't the only one reading the writing on the wall here. We talked yesterday about the Florida Republican Assembly calling for their own governor, Ron DeSantis, to bow out and officially endorse President Trump. That's right. Again, the Republican Assembly of Florida. Ron DeSantis' own state is calling on him to call it quits and endorse Trump. And the National Republican Senatorial Committee Chairman Steve Daines is also calling on everyone else to drop out of the primary race and endorse Trump. He, along with a number of other...
That right there, that's going to hurt a lot of people. That's going to hurt. That right there, that's some real good news. I can definitely say that. This is some real good news. Having you drop, getting that, oh yeah. There's some good news.
Others in the Republican rank and file, they are all openly admitting there is no stopping the Trump train. He's crushing his opponents by 50 points. Republican voters clearly and overwhelmingly want him as their 2024 nominee, and these other single-digit midgets need to consolidate behind Trump and together push back against this weaponized legalism that is relentless in its blatantly partisan persecution. You may have seen the latest gag order imposed on Trump by this far-left nut of a judge, Chutkan. And you've got another woke activist judge in Colorado that's actively attempting to get Trump taken off the ballot there because of this utterly ridiculous 14th Amendment nonsense that's desperately being made by ultra-woke jurists. There's no way it's going to stand. There's no way it's going to pass judicial review, this 14th Amendment nonsense. It's all an attempt at weaponizing the law to try to stop what's appearing to be more and more inevitable. But that does raise the question. While it is inevitable that Trump will win the GOP nomination, how much of an impact will all this continual and blatant election interference in the forms of numerous indictments, court cases, gag orders have on the general election? Well, that's exactly what we're going to answer. But first, gang, every one of you needs to click on that link below and stick it to the establishment by using their own corruption against them. And you know exactly what I'm talking about here. Companies like BlackRock, they've been bribing corrupt politicians like, we have to keep these court cases and gag orders in perspective. We were just talking about this last night on our Insiders Club live Q&A. Remember, make sure to join our Insiders Club. We talk every Monday night live together. It's really awesome. But as frustrating as these court cases are, As pathetic and vile as these corrupt DAs and Jack Smith are in their weaponized lawfare, we've got to remember, all of this weaponized legalism is only making Trump stronger. Even the legacy media is admitting that. Trump is in a better position today to win 2024 than he ever was in 2016, 2020. And ironically, we owe that in part to this weaponized legalism, especially the mugshot, because it appears to have endeared him to a record number of non-white voters. The Washington Post recently came out and admitted that Trump is seeing levels of minority support no Republican has reached in a half a century. And they found that across 5 high-quality polls in the past month.
I feel like that's the thing, though. Like, they seeing, like, how corrupt stuff is, like, a lot of people. And they, like, you know, they doing this to him just so he can't. It's a reason why. I feel like it's a lot more people than it used to be that's actually waking up and seeing this. Something that actually needs to happen. And I feel like a lot of people are seeing, like, there's different TikToks, different memes, different stuff about Joe Biden. Even if they just saying, this is just the bare minimum. This is just stuff that, you know, people and like said, minorities, younger, you know, are having. I don't know who's slamming doors out here. That's why we moving some. But it's just a simple fact of, you know, you having these, you have young rappers, you have people that pros that's playing sports. You have a lot of people actually looking like, dang, like Trump. It looks like Trump. You know, I feel like he's the right person. And seeing what's going on with Joe, I mean, it's self-explanatory. I mean, it's sad. I have to watch what I say, and that's why I don't say too much now. But it's real sad.
Trump is averaging an astonishing 20% support among black voters and unprecedented 42% support among Latino voters. So just to make sure you understand what's going on, they cross-reference a number of different polls from different outlets, different agencies, using different methodologies, different weighting systems and the like. And yet, all 5 of those polls corroborated. They all corroborated the fact that Trump has amassed support among voters, minority voters, that no Republican has seen in half a century. And again, it's largely due to the backlash against this weaponized legalism. That mugshot, that glorious, magnificent mugshot is the
I actually wore my mugshot shirt last night. That's crazy that they showed
GOAT. It is the greatest of all time because...
Yes, I got a mugshot Trump shirt that says not guilty. Facts. I got it from the high school.
Made Trump officially a gangster. He's now one of us. Voters who have consistently voted Democrat are now voting Trump almost solely based on the fact that that image made him one of them. So if you ask people, for example, how many New York billionaires do you know? Or how many former presidents do you know? Of course, the answer is 0. But if you ask them, how many people do you know who've gotten arrested, who've had mugshots taken? Well, that's different. They may know several at some point in their lives, right, who got arrested. In other words, and I owe this observation to Robert Barnes, I think it's brilliant, that mugshot transferred Trump from one cultural space, the New York billionaire former president, to another cultural space, someone legally persecuted by an unfair and unjust system. And that transference has endeared Trump to voters that would have never given him the time of day prior to it. And so we have to keep in mind that what these Democrats are trying to do is actually working in Trump's favor. The more they persecute, the more popular he gets.
That's what they not understanding. They just, hey, keep doing it. I ain't even going to say stop. They need to stop. I ain't going to say that. Keep doing it. It ain't doing nothing.
The more they persecute, the more popular he gets.
Facts.
So Trump's got this.
Call it out.
He's effectively already won the nomination before the primaries have even begun, before the very first vote cast, with more and more of these single-digit midgets dropping out like Mike Pence. And it's increasingly likely that he's going to blow Biden out of the water in an electoral landslide. All the while Democrats, like Wile E. Coyote, blow themselves up in their pathetic and ridiculous schemes. Hey, gang,
Hey, y'all here, you feel me? Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is something that, you know, like I said, a lot of people are starting to realize what's going on around the world, what's going on just here in the United States, what's going on around them, what's going around in their areas, you know, and they're not seeing anything done. And then a lot of people, they're starting to look at the fact like, dang, when Trump was in office, stuff was actually going a nicer way. And it was, you know, it definitely was. But, you know, some people have opinions on why they, you know, want to vote for Biden, want to vote for these different Democrats. And, you know, I definitely want to get, I want to get somebody else on the channel, you know, that's, you know, believing in the Democrats, just see their input on things. I obviously done got my dad on here a few times. But I want to get somebody different. I just want to see, you know, a different look. You know, I want to see. And I know people are like, why you want to? It's just, I'm more so of trying to understand better. Trying to understand better and actually get them, you know, to watch videos for me to talk to them like, you know, that's not working. It's more so that, you know, because I'm not understanding. I'm honestly not understanding how people can be, you know, a little bit delusional on what's really going on. But make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Other videos you want me to check out, make sure y'all hit my socials down in the description box down below. Catch y'all next one.